Welcome to a world of pure imagination. Right? No, but imagine if the sun, the moon, and the stars changed. If the way you'd lived your entire life and you had seen the moon and stars, and then one day everything was different. Things that were the same for, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of years had changed. Damn it. Fucking get out of the way, carpet. I thought I'd start talking about some of the really weird things and why it is that I can't really hardly talk to anybody about anything because people would just think you're crazy. Because the stuff that I've seen is so fucking nuts and people don't even know about it. You can try and show them, but some of the stuff, like if they don't know it, if they don't notice the shit already, there's no talking to you. You know? If you don't notice that. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, there was only a full moon maybe once in, I don't know, a couple times. Maybe 3-4 times a year, maybe. Now it's like there's another full moon, but it's not just a full moon, it's a super moon, it's a super blood moon, it's a fucking wolf moon. Right? And this is like, just, God, it seems like every week or something now at this point. Right? I can't tell you how many times I've seen some kind of solar or lunar eclipse happen where at the time I was told this won't happen again for another 300 years. Oh yes, we had one like this back in the 1800s or something, and people won't see it again for another 200 or 300 years, right? And then fucking like a year or two later, here it comes again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Right? I've seen splits in the sky. I mean, the kind of shit, the things I've seen and the other people have seen, there's videos of a lot of stuff. I thought about just downloading every clip I can find and like pasting them all together into one video to show people like the type of insane shit that goes on. But I don't know. I think they might take it down or something. Might get a strike or something on the channel and have it taken down. Talking like glitches in reality and stuff, you know? Like airplanes and birds freezing in place in the sky. Animals freezing in place. People freezing in place. You know? Time. There's like a time distortion sort of thing. I've had times where time seems to slow down to a crawl. Other times where time flies. I've had jumps backwards and forwards in time. There have been times when well, for instance, when I just drank way too much, had a bad hangover and was sick, and I took about a week to recover, but only one day had passed. Yeah. I've had times where I was up all night finally to fall asleep as the sun is coming out. And I take a nap for a few hours and I wake up a few hours earlier than I went to sleep on the same day. Yeah. Not like the next day, but the same day, but a few hours earlier. I've seen the moon reverse course in the sky and then get back on course. I've seen it rain only in one like little patch of a place when in blue skies and sunshine outside. Yeah. I've seen cars appear on the road out of nowhere. I've seen ones behind me in my rear view. You look up at the road ahead and the traffic light. Look in your rear view, there's a white pickup truck behind you, right? And it's boxed in by all sorts of other traffic on the side, behind it, etc. Nowhere it could possibly go. You look back up at the road ahead. Look at the lights. Look back in the rear view. White pickup truck is gone. Different people, different car there now. Where did it go? You know? There's nowhere it could have gone. Shit, man. But I mean, it doesn't end there. What about the CV, the jabs, man? The majority of people being dumb enough to immediately fall for it, put masks, diapers on their faces. They're still walking around with them now. I see people even now, walking by themselves, hundreds or thousands of feet away from anybody with a mask on their fucking face. Right? That's pretty nuts. Or how about this? Is this crazy or not? Have you seen the rubber? Just look up Biden rubber mask. Try BitChute or Odyssey or something. You can see the same thing with Fauci. Somebody wearing a mask that looks like pretending to be these people that isn't. And we're talking about live television broadcasts. Have you seen the people with the shark teeth? What about the slit eyes? The slit pupils. You know what I mean? What's up with that? What's up with the weird camera glitches? What's up with the fucking newscasters and people on TV glitching out, freezing, and so on and so forth? There's a lot of that too. You can go find plenty of clips of that stuff. I've seen a lot of weird shit. Like, for instance, I've seen a video where it looked like, footage of tanks and armored vehicles and shit rolling along. But then you find out that some of the tanks were just fake, inflatable. They were just these inflatable things, like propped on top of a car or something. Yeah. And I'm talking about like old footage from like World War II or Vietnam or some shit. I don't remember. Yeah, I've seen. I've seen. Man, I've seen all kinds of weird, crazy. I should get those out of there. They've been in there long enough. How long have they been in there? Very, very long time. Get out of the way. Damn it. Let's see, what else have I seen? Tons and tons of crazy shit. I mean, there's tons of stuff that changes all the time. It's like ever changing, you know? I don't know. It's hard to even explain to people like the extreme differences between the world that I used to live in and the place I'm at now here. Vast differences. And this place, whatever this crap is, it changes all the time. Like I don't even know if I'm even in the same place from on a day-to-day basis, really. I mean, I'll hear the lyrics of songs changing around. And you might hear a song one day and the lyrics are one way, and then the next day it's another way, and a week later it's another way, you know. A few weeks or a month later, you hear it sound just the same as it used to, you know. Back and forth, back and forth. Just had these Jehovah's Witnesses show up at the door. This is the third time they come here. And it's not your average Jehovah's Witnesses. These are a couple of, you know, kind of elderly men. Must be like, you know, probably high-level elders in the church or something. Don't see that too often. Usually you see like, oh wait, I'm thinking of Mormons. Never mind. No, I don't know. I was about to say something, but that would be Mormons, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna talk about religion or something, but like I mean I've had some pretty crazy supernatural experiences, but the shit that I've experienced, tell somebody at some church about it, that just throw you in a padded room or something. Well, the stuff that I've described so far, most of that stuff that I've described so far, you can find footage of most of the things I've discussed so far, and possibly even on YouTube. You know how many videos there are of like planes frozen in place in the sky? Try fucking explaining that. And I've seen shit like that for myself in person, so I know it's not fucking fake. Not that specifically, but I saw a leaf kind of stuck in place in the sky. I saw a bird one time for a little while, seemed to be stuck in place in the sky. That makes a little more sense, but a plane? You know how heavy a fucking plane is? If it's not fucking moving forward, it would just fall to the ground. Wouldn't be enough drag on the wings to keep it from dropping like a rock. Well, pretty much, I mean, it certainly wouldn't be in place. It would be falling in some sort of way, at the very least, or moving forward. They fall, they climb, they don't freeze in place in the sky, unless it's a fucking Harrier or something like that, designed to do that. And there's all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, have you seen the footage of like where the Pope comes up to a window and like waves and then disappears? I mean, that was probably just a hologram or something, but it's pretty freaking weird though. How about the one, this may be pretty difficult to find, but you could try searching Odyssey or BitChute or something for alien at the Vatican or whatever. There were all these priests marching, and there was this one that was in like a red, I don't know, I think it was like a red robe or something. Same sort of like priest robe, but I think it was red, like a different color. And this thing looked like some kind of alien was marching along with it. That aired on television, like it was just a real quick. You basically have to go through the clip and like freeze frame when this. There's a lot of other weird stuff like that shows up on TV, like people's faces morphing and they end up looking like aliens or something. Here's one for you. How many people you remember being in the car in the Kennedy assassination? Was Oswald indoors or outdoors when he was gunned down? Yeah. Go look it up. And explain this. If it was a 6-seater car, then why does the FBI recreation film use a different car? Right? Why is there like a, Kennedy Museum with the wrong car in it, right? Yeah, they start reading this passage about how, like, one day, saying Jesus said that, one day all the wicked will be gone and there will be, abundant peace and bliss and so on and so forth, right? Oh, it said soon, like very soon, right? And I was like, yeah, why did he say that about 2,000 years ago? Right? Oh, years. Let's talk about years. Was it 2,000 years ago or 1,000 years ago? How about that? There's a question for you. Look into it. Well, you see, the thing is, people started to notice, right, that many instances where dates were written down, the what people took for a 1 actually appeared to be a letter I, the letter I, which I guess like in Greek or something like that was basically like a J sound, like meaning Ixios or whatever, like for Jesus, right? The meaning like year of our Lord, because that's how they used to. Yeah, back in the old days, it'd be like, yes, in the year of our Lord 784 or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, this is the level of shit that I deal with. Like, you can't. I mean, what if I told you? Well, actually, that's not even accurate because they changed the calendar and the dates and everything. I don't even know what the date really is right now. But going by the type of calendar we currently use, it's possible that the date that the year right now is 10/24. That's why it's hard to trace anything back much beyond. Well, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of evidence to support that theory, though, that the dates are the date was messed up at some point, and at some point, they, them, whoever they, them are, right? Oh, it's so offensive. They added like 1,000 years out of nowhere just to add an extra layer of confusion. Kind of like insisting that the Earth is a spinning ball in outer space. Layers and layers of confusion. There's so many things that don't add up here, you know? And I'm sorry, but because I used to be more into scripture and believing in that kind of stuff. And I've had, like I said, I've had some pretty powerful, like, supernatural experiences. As a matter of fact, it's almost a daily occurrence anytime I go outside or something. And sometimes it even can get me in, if I turn on TV or something or turn on a radio, some shit's going to happen probably, and a lot of the time. There's a lot of people call synchronicities. A lot of synchronicities that occur. Like, for instance, I had been watching the show Supernatural. Uh, well, at this point, I've been watching it for days, just kind of going season by season. But I'd been watching it for a while, and the first day I go out, back out there to go do deliveries, get in my car and take off, and immediately see like a '60s era black Impala, and then I see another one, and then I see another one. Yeah. But I mean, this is the type of stuff that happens all the time, right? Like if I start binging Batman or something, I'd go outside, hop in my car, and Batmobile drive past me. That's the kind of shit that happens, right? It's like, well, it's not every day you see a Batmobile, right? But like, that's just an example of the type of shit that or I'll be thinking about something, and then the song comes on the radio that's just like talking about exactly what I'm thinking about, right? Or I'll walk into a store and the people in the store are talking about what the fuck I was just thinking about, you know? I still get signs like, whether you want to say kind of like God and the devil sort of shit going on. That's something that always seems to be playing out, you know? Often, like when I go out to work to try and make money or something, there'll be people trying to fuck with me and like circumstances that come up uh, that try to like derail me and stop me. And if I push on through them, then I'll pass by all these people that are like glaring at me like with intense hatred, and people that are like shouting and talking shit in the distance and stuff like that. Yeah, that's, I'm talking like straight up demon possessed people with like this has happened pretty it's pretty damn commonplace for me in my life, man. It's like but I mean there's all kinds of weird shit I see like when I'm out and about doing deliveries or whatever the heck, right? Like I might see some old lady in a power chair, uh, say at Walmart or whatever, right? And then I'll go do a delivery 4 or 5 miles away on the other side of town. And as I'm dropping off the delivery and heading back, I see that same old lady in the power chair way the hell on the other side of town. There's no way she could have got there that fast, you know? Right? And doubt that the power chair battery would even last long enough to go that far, you know? Or the same thing, tweaker dudes on bicycles. It's another thing. That same sort of shit. Where it's like I'm being followed. Yeah, shit where it's like I'm being followed everywhere and it's not just cars. Sometimes it's a dude on a bicycle and he'll manage to catch up and be right where I am dropping something off 3, 4, 5 miles away. Like, no fucking way. Right? I don't care how much meth you're on to fucking pedal that fast, to catch up with my car. Like, oh man. I've seen all kinds of weird shit. Like, I've seen, You know how fire engines are red? Well, I've seen a blue one and I've seen a yellow one. Yeah. Number of times, yeah. That's kind of weird, right? I've seen literally hundreds of different types of police cars, designs, and different types of lights and sirens, all in the same, like, small area. Like, I don't know how many different varieties of garbage trucks. You know, it's just etc., etc. I see all types of cars that never seen before all the time. Like endless varieties of make model types of cars that I'd never seen before, which is weird because I'm 40 years old. I've seen a lot of fucking cars, you know, but I'm always seeing new shit that I've never seen before, that I'd never heard of before, you know. And even old stuff that I'd never seen or heard of before. How exactly is scripture supposed to make sense of any of this crap, you know? That's what I'm saying. You can't even talk. I mean, you talk to somebody who's into the script or some religious sort of thing. It's just, it's a lot of like, you know, just repeating the same stuff, you know? Talk about, oh, faith and everything's going to be great and everything, you know? But when, right? Very soon, all the wicked will be gone. Everything will be great, right? You know? Whether it was 1,000 or 2,000 years ago that he said that. What's your definition of soon, right? I don't know. There's so much weird stuff that goes on in the world, and so much weird stuff that I know about, and I can't talk to anybody about it really, basically, because most people would just think I was nuts, right? Even the signs and wonders that I've seen, the good stuff, it just sounds crazy, right? Or they'd chalk it up to coincidence or whatever the hell, right? Or they'd say, oh yes, maybe it was a sign. See, everything's great then, right? But I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it's neat if a deer walks up to me or if a couple of butterflies keep flying up to my face and start following me out of town or whatever. Like, that's neat, right? It's neat when, whatever. Some animals are interacting with me or something. But it doesn't fix my life, doesn't fix the situation and the surroundings and the crap that I have to deal with. Even if I heard the voice of God booming in my head telling me he loves me or whatever the hell, right? That doesn't pay the bills. That doesn't get me a home and a family. You know? I don't know. You can find this video on YouTube, right? This video, a guy said he was praying and he saw this eagle off in the distance and he said, oh, God, I sure would like to see that eagle up closer. And the eagle came and landed on his shoulder. And he's talking about that as like a testimony of God, right? I've had stuff about that intense happen many times. And I haven't had an eagle land on my shoulder exactly, but I've had a lot of experiences that were pretty similar type of things. But again, what does that do? I mean, it's like, your house is burning down, but oh look, a dove. It's a sign from God that everything is going to be okay. Next time, send a fucking fire truck, right? Maybe. I don't even care what color it is. Put out the fire. Alright. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's just, I gotta just try. I try to just get myself in more of a, I don't know, a robotic state of mind. I can get myself. I can bring myself some level of encouragement and get myself out the door and go work. Start to get into more routine and go do it, and feel if I do well, it's like I can have an okay day. I'm happy with the result or whatever. But then the bills come along, and everything you worked for basically is gone, just like that, for the most part. It's just everything's so damn expensive. It's like, what am I doing this for? Not building up to any sort of a better future. Just stuck, frozen in place. I don't know. I'd be closer to fucking doing well if I could figure out how to have, $300 days or something. That would be a step in the right direction. I need like $400 or $500 days would be nice. Yeah, we make $100 an hour. That would be handy. Had a $200 day yesterday, but just knowing how expensive everything is and how it's just going to keep going up and up and up, I'm less impressed with it than I used to be. But it's good when I can at least achieve, when I can manage to achieve that. It's nice. I probably should start getting ready and get going. Got freaking bills to pay. Yeah, you gotta go be a slave and gotta pay to live in the fake fucking Matrix world that we're trapped in. Well, all this weird religious crap storyline plays out or whatever. It's nuts, man. I don't know. I guess I'll end it here. Just there's so much weird, crazy shit. And you can't really talk to anybody about it. I mean, shit. Most people think that politics is real. Most people I don't know. I don't think anything could wake people up, man. It's pretty clear to me that like nothing's gonna wake people up at this point. Like if people aren't awake by now, like don't realize that all this shit is fake by now, then uh, it's hopeless, basically. It's their world, man. The world of the unconscious and the fucking crazy and the stupid. I'm just trapped in it.